welcome to my channel. This is going to be my attempt at a little New Year's Eve get ready with me. By no means am I a makeup professional, but I feel like I got really into watching other people's makeup videos and doing my own makeup over the course of the pandemic, so I thought this could be kind of fun. So it's not actually New Year's Eve right now, but I'm gonna take some pictures, I think, with the makeup and outfit on and post them on New Year's Eve, so I feel like it kind of counts as a New Year's Eve get ready with me. Also, I feel like I'm not actually gonna do anything on New Year's Eve because of Omicron. But okay, here is the inspiration picture. I have like two options. One of them has this cool, I'll put it here. It has this cool white graphic liner thing happening, which might be a little too difficult for me to do, but we'll see how my confidence levels are when I get to the eyeliner. And then this other one also looks like it has some kind of complicated liner thing going on, but seems a little bit more doable. I was thinking while I get ready, I would also talk about my resolutions for the new year. So actually, I'm not gonna just talk about this. I'm gonna start doing my get ready with me, and I'll keep talking about it. I'm gonna bring you a little closer. My skin has been not so good. I went upstate for a break and I ate a lot of sugary stuff, and I feel like that always makes my skin break out really bad. Okay, so I'm gonna use the very last of this little teeny tiny primer. It looks like all of the information has been worn off somehow, so I'm gonna have to look that up and let you know what it is in the description box, because I have no idea. I had Ipsy for a while. I ended up canceling it because I feel like it ended up sort of being the same things every time. But I have all these like little tiny sample size makeups from when I had it still. So it's just like this clear primer, which I like the clear ones. Oh, I'm just gonna apply with my hands. I feel like anyone who's actually good at makeup is gonna watch this and be in pain. So, New Year's resolutions. So, last year around this time, I made a video. It was like a glow up, inner glow up for 2021, where I wasn't really talking about my resolutions, but I was talking about sort of setting new intentions for the year. And I want to go back and watch that just to sort of see how my intentions or like thoughts have changed about things since then. But I do remember, I don't know if it's even in the video, but in that point of time, sorry, I'm still looking for my foundation. This is Maybelline 24 Hours in Porcelain. So I'm gonna mix this foundation here with a slightly closer to my skin tone shade because I want full coverage, but this foundation's a little bit light on me. Come on, I'm running out of all my makeup. Okay, what was I saying? So I was talking about my resolutions video from last year, and I remember one of them was to post more consistently on YouTube, which didn't really happen for me, but I also know one of my things was to be more kind and more gentle with myself and with the like deadlines and goals that I set for myself, because I tend to beat myself up when I don't meet those sort of expectations. So in honor of that, I'm not going to be too critical of myself for not having followed through with that part of my goal. But I think I'm gonna bring that sort of resolution back around for this year. But I'm not gonna be as like harsh about it as I was. Like my feeling was if I don't post every single week at the same time, then I was like failing on my goal, and I think it just like doesn't matter. And I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it, so that's good enough. I'm starting to look a little scary. Okay, so that's foundation. Reflecting on the last year, I'm really happy with how things have gone for me in terms of my music goals. I was able to start playing shows again, which has just been really fun. And that's another thing that as of now is sort of on hold again, which I'm disappointed about, but I'm not that upset because I really want to focus. I've been writing a lot of new music, so I want to sort of focus on recording that music and continuing to write more. So I'm fine taking a little hiatus on gigging again. But I have a lot of ideas and new year about maybe starting with a band name. And I talked about this in a little Q&A that I did, but I think I would really like to record a full album. I probably won't release it as an album, but just for myself to have like that whole body of work, I think would be something a goal I've never like really had. And I don't think I've had enough music in the past to even do that. So I think that would be cool. I'm just contouring how I normally would, like right below my cheekbone. And to do this, I've been using this Milani Contour and Highlight. But to sum that up, I guess my resolution in like my music resolution would be to record enough songs to call it an album, which might be a little ambitious to do in 1 year, but I have enough music to do it. It's kind of just like getting the other pieces together. So now I'm contouring my nose carefully with that same cream contour I used on my face. Is that even? I don't know. Cool. Here. Focus. Hello. I'm gonna kind of stop talking and start focusing on the makeup a little bit because now I actually have to think about it. But I'm gonna use a cream blush. So I'm using this blush because it's lighter as more of a highlight blush. So where I want the parts of my face to be lifted out. And then I'm gonna use this darker Contour de Force blush in Peach Peak to contour underneath. Okay, so I think that's a good blushy sort of base. So I'm gonna use the end of this Trestique, this like colored gel, to just sort of brush them up. I have really sparse eyebrows. Okay, so that's just like gave them something. And then I'm gonna take Tattoo Studio, the Maybelline one, and just sort of fill a shape in. So I don't want to go much more intense than that, just basically filling them out a bit. Okay, I love this where the pink is really centered on the nose. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. palette of blushes. I'm gonna use this color here. And I'm just gonna go along the top and the bottom. Avoiding the center. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty close to what the picture is, but now we need to do the tight concealer. So I'm gonna like oop and oop. And then I'm just gonna blend that out, I think, with my finger. I mean, my nose definitely looks contoured. Okay, I have the NYX, the one everyone has, the jumbo stick. And I'm gonna highlight right there. And then on the bridge a little. And then on the inner corner. Okay, great. Okay, they don't have fake freckles at all, but I personally just feel cuter when I have fake freckles, so I'm gonna go in. So like last year, I had the resolution. I want to keep the resolution of being kinder to myself because I think that's just a good thing to focus on every year. But I'm thinking that I want to frame it in a slightly different way. I feel like sometimes when I say like I'm going to be kind to myself, I just do things then that feel good in the moment. Like instead of doing like some kind of work that I have to do, I'll just like watch TV, or instead of exercising, I'll sleep in later, or like those sorts of things, or like eat a bunch of candy. And I think there's definitely a time for that, and I feel like you can sort of sense in your body and in your mind when you just need to do that, like to really just take a break and like turn off. But I think that there's also something I want to think more about is how I can be kind to myself, being kind to myself in the future. So like taking really good care of myself in terms of doing the tasks that I know are going to improve my skills, or eating healthier, choosing not to eat something that's going to make me feel bad, or exercising even when I don't want to. Like these sorts of things, not in a way of like I'm going to be mad at myself if I don't do them and that's what's motivating me to do them. Just, I guess, thinking that being kind to yourself doesn't always mean doing the thing that just feels good in that moment. I think sometimes it does, but I want to work to find a balance between the two. So something that falls into that category, I think for me, is also limiting caffeine, because I feel like sometimes I'll be like, I want to be nice to myself, and so I'll be like, you know what? Even though I said I was only gonna have 1 cup of coffee a day, I'm gonna just like go ahead and have a second one. And then recognizing that while that might be like kind to myself in that moment, it's not kind to myself that's gonna crash in 4 hours. So that's like one example of like the general thought process that I'm having for this resolution, which is a little broad, but I think it's okay to have broad resolutions. So I just did fake freckles, just kind of tapped a few like around there and up around my cheeks, and I like to do a couple in there. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to just do this black eyeliner one because the white eyeliner I have is not very good, and I think it's just not gonna go well for me. So you can probably tell by the black and gray smudges on my eyes. I don't even think I'm gonna include it. I just tried the eyeliner thing. It did not go very well for me. So we're just gonna try something else, or just try it again maybe. But first I'm gonna like clean up my eye area a little bit here. Oh my God, it's in my contact. Ow! Okay. Okay, that's an okay outline. That's an okay outline. Okay, that could be worse. It's not good, but I'm gonna wear fake eyelashes, so it's a lot more intense than the picture. What do we think? From far away, it's like kind of cool, Okay, that's the eyelashes. So that's the eyes. So I'm gonna take this pinky purpley color. So I think it matches actually the natural color of my lips quite a bit. And I'm just gonna overline my top lip, but make it really rounded out. I'm just coming in and doing the same on the bottom. So I'm just gonna fill this out a little bit with just the shadow again, and then put a layer of Aquaphor over top. Oh, here's what I'm thinking. Once I have my hair done, this will look a lot less scary. Okay, so while the straightener is heating up, I actually remembered another resolution that I have. Ooh, looking real weird. I started taking guitar lessons, and I would really like to be able to play a bar chord without any pain. And I would also like to know, like, I can look at someone playing a bar chord or like any chord honestly, and I just know what it is. I think that would be really helpful for me. This part's boring, so I'm probably just gonna fast forward you through it. Okay, so now I'll show you when I brush it out. It still stays the shape, but it's not like curly, it's just shaped that way. First, I'm gonna pop on some jewelry, and I feel like silver is more New Year's Eve to me for some reason than gold. So I have these like fake cuff ones, so I'm gonna put a couple of these on. Okay, so that's my face jewelry and face everything. Okay, so I thrifted this dress a while ago. It's just like a velvet dress, but it has these sort of little rose decals on it. Are these decals? I don't know what you call that. Okay, it's time to change into my New Year's Eve outfit. Wow, was that super cool? Okay. So I just put this black corset on top of the velvet dress that I already showed you. And I thrifted this black, like it's this cool sort of pattern scarf. So I feel like there's a couple different ways this could go. Could do like really dramatic, you know. And it's always cold on New Year's, so I think this works really well. Okay, I'm gonna take some Instagram pictures now and I'll include them here. So thank you so much for bearing with me through that slightly chaotic get ready with me. I hope you and your friends and your family have an awesome New Year's, and maybe you're even able to see each other, do something nice. Oh, I'm gonna scooch you down. If you wanted to leave a comment about your New Year's resolutions, I would love to read them. And I can't breathe, of course. As always, it would be as if I've made more than 4 videos, but it would be very cool if you liked this video, left a comment, subscribed, hit the notification bell, and that's all from me. I'll see you next time.